The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Cajun Country in Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Raging Cajuns will boot it away to start the game. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So Marshall's offense takes the field to start this game off. And David, they've got a tight end who might not be a superstar, but he always seems to be in the right place, always ready to be a safety valve for this quarterback.
No, and this guy dictates to the defense. It's so nice to be able to move him around. He's the chess piece. He's the playmaker on offense that can do a lot of things, and if they're going to be successful, the big tight end's going to be the reason why.
And he's a very reliable target, too. We've seen him make some really tough catches in some big moments for this offense. He's going to have to do that in this game today. The defense is keying on him. They know that's where the quarterback's eyes are going to be going early and often in this game, so the tight end's got to step up.
From the gun, the ground game. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Let's talk for a second about Marshall. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
So Louisiana's offense will go to work for the first time. Called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Weeks. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Defense has to use a timeout, and this call will be big. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's take a second to talk about the Raging Cajuns. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program is because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs are out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Takes it on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
The give on the inside. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll do it himself. Shakes off the defender. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for. And you saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
Running back searching for a hole. Can't get him to the ground. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
He's going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Offense in a bunch formation. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, the huge opportunity. He throws the deep ball down the field right in the breadbasket, and he drops it. There's no coming back from that one. There's nothing nice to say. Just refire, play the next play.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Raging Cajuns in the hurry-up. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
The kick is on its way. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here's the handoff. Thrust that arm out. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. Breaks into the open. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass, then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Raging Cajuns can really attack on this 2nd and short.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Already find a hole in that secondary. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Rides the back and leaves it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming down.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
That's a great play by the defensive back, swatting away that football on that deep pass.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Pushes toward the goal line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Camarda. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on! And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And how about that on 3rd down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. 3rd down, money down. You figured they might probably get him the football. They do, and they get the first down.
They'll go to the ground. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He works his way inside the 40, but they stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down from the 38. The offense is going to stay on the field. They'll take a pass on the 55-yard field goal attempt. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for loss.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
He'll keep it himself. Brought down right at the 10, and this defense keeps him away from the first down line, but will they go for it on fourth down?
Man, 3rd and long, and this defense is thinking pass, pass, pass. Offense, nice job. They sneak a run in there, kind of catch them off guard. Quarterback keeps the football, gets some yardage, and now makes this 4th down more manageable.
They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Hurd! Great job by the back on the option. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Raging Cajuns racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Raging Cajuns will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got it. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
The linebacker showed off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see him kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll do it himself. There he goes. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires it incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the big fella. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
And the Raging Cajuns come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. He'll throw on 3rd down. Lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Raging Cajuns will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Here's the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the ground.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Casey. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette.
Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and to get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Raging Cajuns moving quickly to the line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on it.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Under fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Here's a heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Gets it out quickly.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Marshall will be forced to punt. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Camarda. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Wide receiver going in motion. On the ground, it's Camarda. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Weeks. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Raging Cajuns want to pick up the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the foot.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Weeks. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Raging Cajuns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Raging Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion from the back. Swings it out to his running back. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Finds the tight end. Spins away from the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Flips it out in the flat. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Gives it on the option. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a 1st down for Marshall.
Really nice run again. We've seen that on this drive. They've run a ton of plays, and we've seen that all game long. I think when you have a lead like this late in the 3rd quarter, just keep giving this guy the ball. Every time he gets it, something good seems to happen. If you're going to ice this game, it's going to be because this running back keeps having success.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Marshall! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his target down the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. looking to throw on first down. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. We've reached the break, and Marshall is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up, and this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his tight end. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Marshall needs a near miracle on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Casey. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. From the gun, the give, looking for room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. They'll run play action. Right on the money. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Rides the back on the option, the give. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Casey. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop them.
The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Raging Cajuns are in the hurry-up.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. A lot of urgency for this offense.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They've been able to move the ball, but the kicker has let them down. They've had missed field goals, and you wonder now if you get in plus territory, you just go for it on fourth down. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. He'll try it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. He'll pull it on the read. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Powers through the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Marshall will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Punt is on its way. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, that one fell incomplete, but they know they're only one big completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a 1st down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock and put them in position to win this game.
Pressure coming. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
That's a big stop for this defense, and more importantly now, it puts them in a huge position. I want to use that clock as my friend. I got to take away the sidelines. I can't give up a big play and let them get a sideline and then sneak that field goal unit on. Got to make sure I understand where that yard is to get to.
Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And this one splits the uprights. And in the waning seconds of the game, they tie it up.
The pressure doesn't get much bigger than that right there. Clock ticking down, all the pressure on you. You miss, you lose. He comes through in a big moment, and we've got bonus football, boys. Give me some overtime.
1st snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll give it to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10.
That's a first down for the offense.
He'll do it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to the running game. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime. Just a couple they need to pick up here on 3rd and short in overtime. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! They jump on top here in OT.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. To the air on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And the Raging Cajuns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. They are up against it, a 3rd and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Touchdown, Cajuns! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. This is like that 2-foot punt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And he tacks on the extra point. Now 1st down here in the 2nd overtime. Give to the single back. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Throwing right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Makes the grab. The receiver will not get it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. Reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They got the touchdown. Now in the 2nd overtime, you have to go for 2. Trying to power it in. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
Louisiana, 27. Marshall, 21.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
From the gun, give on the inside. Turning it on. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, and they need a touchdown to stay in the game. Huge third down to keep the drive alive. They need a touchdown on this possession. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy has had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
They'll run it from the gun. Breaks the tackle. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth, into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal. Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. The give. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
1st and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. Here in overtime.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now I gotta go for 2. I know the new overtime rules, they changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Second overtime, you have to go for 2, and this is for the win. Working that left side now. They can't convert. That short yardage, condensed area, nobody got the 2, and we play on. So here we go, dueling 2-point conversions from this point forward. Barges ahead. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2.
It's all about mental toughness. That's impressive there to get the 2-point play, and now you're putting it on your defense. Can they rise up to the occasion, David, make a play and end this thing?
Man, and that's what you're doing. You're trying to get energy from them. You're walking over there to them. Guys, we just need one stop. One stop, and we walk out of here a winner. I know you're exhausted. Just give me one more play.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Clutch play and execution ties the game again, and we'll play another overtime. Let's do it again, guys, shall we? And we'll see just how far down the play sheet they have to go for this two-point try. He's looking to throw. They are stopped on the two-point try, and now it'll be up to the defense. They got the stop, now to win it with a 2. He'll set up to throw. And another answer. We're tied again, and let's keep playing, kids. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. They've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes. We get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David.